What is good, guys? It's Ray J back with another video. And in this one, I wanted to break down what's going on with Tesla, SPY, Nvda, the QQQ, and a couple of other tickers. I'm going to break down what's happening to the overall market thus far, what happened with PCE that just came out, and earnings that are also coming out, what you should be watching for on the chart for Tesla, SPY, and all these different tickers. But before I break things up all this information, before I talk about what the news is saying, let me just mention a couple of things. Firstly, I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Webull link, which is down below and in the description. If you sign up for Webull and deposit $500 into the account, you are guaranteed 20 free stocks. If you deposit $25,000 or more, you're guaranteed 75 free stocks. And this offer ends in just about 20 hours. Anyways, now let's break down what's happening to Tesla. Looking at Tesla thus far, of a cup and handle like formation. We have to see if Tesla could break 205 to get a much bigger breakout. I personally believe that Tesla has the potential to do so and still is very possible for us to get that. But we have to wait and see if that could happen for this thing to really break. We're also looking at SPY trying to break out from here. We have to see how well this holds as well for this thing to really start pushing more. So I'm going to be breaking down more information about this over the next few minutes. Let's first talk about some data. So PCE data came out today. We also had initial jobless claims at 215,000, which is a little bit more than expected, which is just fine. It's not really affecting the market as much. For a core PCE month over month, it was 0.4%, aligning with expectations. For PCE month over month, it was 0.3%, aligning with expectations. We also had PCE year over year at 2.4%, aligning with the expectations right here. And then finally, we had core PCE at 2.8%, aligning with expectations. So all the PCE data was aligned with expectations, no issues whatsoever. Then 15 minutes after the market basically opened, we had the Chicago PMI report. Uh, 15 minutes after market opening, excuse me, guys, we have Chicago PMI coming out. So this might cause somewhat of a move, but nothing too crazy. Then we have some Fed speakers like Bostic starting at 10:50 a.m. and 11 a.m. Then we have, the bill auctions coming out at 11:30, followed by more Fed speakers. So all the data is quite minor. I do think there might be a move depending on the Chicago PMI at 9:45. So watch for that. And that's pretty much it for now. The PCE data is good. It wasn't actually great. It wasn't horrible. It was just so aligning with expectations. But the market's liking it. Even Tesla, we're seeing the market push. So we'll see if we can break some key resistance levels. Now for earnings, real quick, we had Celsius and Best Buy. We also have Dell later on for today. Celsius ended up actually dropping a bit because of the fact that revenue was at 347 million, which is a beat, but their EPS was at 17 cents, which is below expectations, and their overall revenue declined quarter over quarter, not to mention their margins declined just a little bit, not too bad. So because they had mixed earnings, we saw some slight declines. That's why the share price is down for Celsius. For Best Buy, the share price is up despite the fact that their full year guidance was not the strongest. Their EPS was about $2.72. Revenue was about 14.65 billion, both beating expectations, but their overall guidance for the year was not the strongest from what I was looking at. It was a little bit below what we were expecting. A 3% decline is what's anticipated. But this is no surprise. This is something they've mentioned before, and the share price is still holding up despite that. Now, I want to call out something very important. We saw a big adjustment being made to the options chain for SPY. We actually have a 3.16 puts to call ratio. We have close to over 850,000 puts expiring today, and another 850 or almost 850,000 puts expiring tomorrow. So there's so many puts expiring. The question is, are we about to get a massive short squeeze? It still is very possible. Now, with this happening, we're going to watch to see how the market changes. Cloud computing company Snowflake announces CEO. Their CEO is basically retiring to be replaced by a former Google ad chief. That's very, very important. There's been some more talk about Paramount Global. Right here, you can see that they saw a 69% year over year increase in terms of their streaming, and now they have over 67.5 million total subscribers, and we're expecting some nice profitability by 2025, which is good for them. Besides that, Oprah Winfrey is leaving the board of WW, which is important for that. And now we're going to be looking to see more changes to be made. But besides that, guys, I'm not going to talk too much about that. That's it for the market thus far. For Tesla, I'm seeing some news coming out that Ford is rolling out the Tesla supercharger for EVs. And basically, customers could reserve free charging adapters through June 30th. They also said that After that period, it's going to cost $230. The adapters need to connect to non-Tesla vehicles with different charging technology, the Tesla's charging network. So that's actually some good news. It's very good for Tesla. It just shows how competitive and how much of an advantage Tesla has in that space. And it's going to help bring more revenue in for Tesla. With that being said, let me quickly go over these charts before I end this video. Tesla has this nice cup and handle like formation. It's looking quite bullish to me, but we have to see if it could break 205. Watch support at 202.5, and then 200 and 198. Watch resistance at 205. If we break this, we're going to be looking for a push to 207 for the gap fill, followed by the 210 area. I think Tesla could hit this 210 plus zone, then reach 212, and then we have 215 above that. So in my opinion, I think Tesla is quite bullish. I think that there's a very good chance we're going to get this break by next week, maybe even by tomorrow. Who knows? But in my opinion, I excuse me, I favor the bulls. I think Tesla's showing lots of life and strength, and we could be looking for a big push even higher. I do favor that, but we have to see if we can break 205 as our critical resistance. Watch this for confirmation, and we'll see if Tesla gets a break above this level right here. If it breaks 205, look for a bigger push, and Tesla should be on its way there once we get that. But watch for that over the next couple of days, if not today. For SPY has been kind of range bound right here, but here's the thing. Watch support at 507. If we lose this, then we could turn back down towards 506.25, then 505. But for resistance, watch 508.5, 510. If we break 510, I'm expecting 512. So in my opinion, SPY is looking bullish. I think that as long as we hold above 507, there's going to be potential for this thing to continue to push. If we lose that, we could turn. But I'd say right now I'm favoring bulls a bit more. And a big bar breakout, it's showing life, but we have to hold above 507. As long as we hold that, this thing could push even higher and retest the all-time high, if not break it. On the QQQ, it's the same thing. The QQQ is looking at resistance at 438. If we break this, 440 is coming, then 442 if that breaks. For support, if we turn back down, you're going to be watching 436.5, followed by 436 and 435. I think that once we get this breakout, I think it's very possible that this thing is going to push higher. But we have to wait and see if we can break this. We're going to likely be range bound between 436 and 438 if we don't get the break. If we do break 438, then expect 440, so watch for that very carefully. I do think it could try to break here, but we have to wait and see. So far, it's kind of like shuffling up there, so let's see if we get that break, especially when we open. For Nvda, Nvidia is looking quite bullish right now because we got a nice breakout from this yellow trend line. We're going to be watching 790's resistance. We're very close to it. And if that breaks, there's 800 and 807 as resistance. Watch support at 782 and 776. Overall, this has bullish potential. We could break out higher, so watch and see if we get that break, and we could get above 790 very soon. For Aapl, right? Aapl, in my opinion, is also looking okay. We have a possible double bottom like formation. We have this bottom here, this bottom here. We're getting a backtest of 181.36. Not that strong, but if we do bounce here, watch for 182.5 again, and then this yellow trend line if we break that. If we lose 180, we turn bearish, and then 178 could be coming. But right now, there is a possible setup where we have a double bottom like this, and this is like symmetrical, right? We have this nice little drop that came, a double bottom, and then we could make a nice recovery back up. We have to see if this thing could break out towards 182.5. Just a couple more. I just want to call out Super Micro, showing some life with Nvidia. We're going to be watching 840's resistance. If it breaks 840, we could be going all the way back up towards 865, and then 880 followed by 900. So watch 840's resistance if we could break that or not. Watch 822 as support. Super Micro definitely has potential. For just a couple more that people are interested in, like Palantir, this also has potential to push higher if we can break 25. If that breaks, watch 25.15 as resistance, then we can even break higher if we continue to go. Russell 2000 is on a tear. Going to be watching for 205 plus. It actually broke 206. Uh, if we hold above 205, we could be looking for 207 and 210 later. But we have to hold above 205 or just barely there. So watch and see. If we lose 205, we could return to about 204.23, then 202.5. So we'll wait and see. But as of right now, it's trying to rip. Microsoft as well. So we'll just have to see how it goes. Anyways, that is it for this one. I just want to thank you all for listening. I'll be uploading this as fast as I can. Have a great day, guys. Make sure you watch your levels. And as far as Tesla goes, the chart looks bullish, but we need to see a nice break of 205 for this thing to turn even more bullish. I think Tesla has the potential to do so, so we'll see how it goes. Anyways, thank you for listening. Have a great day. Remain calm, cool, and collected. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you, and peace out.